Hey guys, this is another reading from my book, and this is the Battle of Barracuda Bulge. For Barracuda Bulge was a mountain, shaped the same as a barracuda, yet it was a 12,000th of the size of a barracuda fish. For this story begins with mankind, two stewards of the faith, Paul and Elijah. As these two foresaw that the demons held with intentions impure, impure. Now on this day, many were beginning to realize that these demons needed to be put in their place. For God told Paul with Elijah that with power, with endurance, that they could surpass them, the enemy, the legion. The legion were unaware of their plan, with their leaders Faustin and Smaug at the heart of their plan. For Smaug and Faustin, ruled over Barracuda Bulge. Smaug and Faustin ruled over Barracuda Bulge, then remained there until the day of the uprising. Paul and Elijah approached many different men, traveling through France. They traversed all of Europe to gain warriors for their uprising. In France, they then found 12, including themselves. In Spain, they found 2. In Germany, they found 500. In Sweden, they found none. In Portugal, they found 1. In Denmark, they found 3. In Switzerland, they found 3. 20 from Italy. 50 from the UK. Finland found 5. Norway found 5. And the Netherlands found 10. The rest of Europe had found none, as no one else would join them. As they so loved the devil, they wished not to interfere with his plans. There was a few oh, sorry. There was few and far between in this time, yet that were willing to stand up in faith, proclaiming that the Lord shall gain victory, and that they could gain victory over the demons. For 611 they had become. Then this would alone be significant, as they symbolize imperfection and incompleteness. These soldiers of God were sinners, most imperfect, when we are not completed spiritually. When all 611 are gathered, they then strategize later. Barracuda Bulge in France. The battle raged for days. Then days turned to weeks. Weeks turned to months. Weeks turned to a year. Okay, I'm trying to get there, guys. Sorry about this. I've gone way too far ahead. Yeah, that's good. Here we are. In this year, the demons lost many, but the faithful would not lose one, trusting each other than working together in God. The demons' arrogance, their vengefulness, being their undoing. But this won't be changed, nor with the involvement of White Sulphur, the Antichrist, Vlad. For he would cause casualties in the war, killing 507. After many days, the 104 stood strong, victorious, after a year and 7 days. Paul and Elijah were not amongst those who survived. Paul and Elijah were not amongst those who survived. Yet neither was ever forgotten. The 104 would gather year upon year discussing Paul and Elijah, as well as the Battle of Barracuda Bulge. The 104 banished the demons from Barracuda Bulge. They left. Many, many a believer was born the day they won, as when word spread to the whole world, baptisms were made in the hundreds of thousands, as belief truly can conquer all as it did in this battle. Okay, that's one story. And here we go. In the part of my book. The rats in the mind of the devil. For the serpent could not deal with the loss of Barracuda Bulge, for he was lost in self-delusion, self-delusion. Then the whole world fortunes, as he pretended, as if the world were the same, when yet it had changed. The non-religious had become religious. The demons were scattered and not so prevalent upon the earth as they once were before the Battle of Barracuda Bulge. The devil did not know it, but he was in deep despair over his loss. He did not care for the loss, acknowledging that it alone was his true enemy. The beast was overwhelmed with pride, ego, fallacy, and delusion. For the snake was so deep in a dream himself, a dream that in reality he could not afford to keep. But did this alone was not the only reason. But this alone was not the only reason the devil will lose. Yet it would not help his case, however. Delusional, yet video game-esque, his ambitions were against the Lord, your God, the great and almighty, for he did not think he was destined to lose, and that his one enemy in his mind would become his master, as the Lord your God says so. His delusions will plague him with vile creatures, cretins, disgusting yet despicable, and clever. They will scurry across the floor of his mind to generations, from the day he fell in Eden until the day he will die in suffering for it, is God's will, that Satan will suffer as Jesus did on the cross. Satan will be destroyed by his sins, and the sins of his world, when they will tear him apart like piranhas of the air. For each with eyes red shall get judgment, yet the devil does not understand. He holds many red eyes of rats within his mind, so he will be judged more so. Then he will face the sins of his world thanks to his manipulation on Eden. This would be the ultimate irony for the heathen of all heathens. The sharp claws will shatter his mind, making him more insane the older the heathen gets. Well, the older the heathen of all heathen gets. While teeth shall gnaw at every part of the devil that is not prideful or full of ego, as the devil nearly always is. This shall be the norm. The devil's hair will infect his mind, making the evil one anxious and paranoid, as he made the good stranger. God done this as a punishment in such perfect irony. This is the word, the truth of the Lord, as I say so. Remember too, rats bring disease. The disease in the mind of the devil shall prevent him from attacking or stopping the greatest or even the least of the Lord. As this I must make known. This is the truth. No, I state it so. So do not fear, my children, any pain he tries to put on you. I will give back to him and his demons tenfold. Then he shall feel the vengeance of God. then cry my name in tears of great pain, knowing my name. Okay, I need to go to the next slide. The evil one shall regret his path, yet he shall never divert from his evil ways. And now I must just do the promise of the mother as well. This is the promise of Mother Mary. Here we go. For the fruit of thy womb shall overcome he who owns the world by technicality. My son knows love better than death, but he shall bring death upon the devil. With his kingdom, not as he wants it, not as he wants to. He is malicious, yet he is merciful, as he is merciful, while he wishes to end the punishment of the devil of his demons. I love my son, just as much as he loves mankind, so know him, then scream in joy, speaking of my son's victory. Then therefore I will never be prouder of him. Then on the other day he conquers, then later destroys the beast, as then he will be gone forevermore. Okay then guys, thank you, God bless you, bye.